Hello, my name is Cortland Jenkins, and I'm an associate producer and creative production intern at Home TV in Meridian Township. Today, we're going to be speaking with the executive director of the Capital Area District Library, Scott Duimstra, and talking about the online celebration for National Library Week. My first question is, with the Stay Home, Stay Safe executive order taking place, as well as social distancing, how did your staff come up with this idea to reach out to the community?
We are already doing it somewhat in our libraries, and so we have quite a large digital collection. So that's ebooks, that's digital audiobooks, movies, music, television. We already had that collection in place, and so for us to move to a digital and virtual environment, the collection part, as far as people being able to check out items, that was easy for us. Some of the things that we had to quickly implement were the virtual programs. And so we already had an active social media accounts. And so we just used those platforms like our Facebook account to be able to offer some programs. And the feedback that we've been getting from the public has been fantastic. And as far as the viewerships, the engagement, it's been pretty phenomenal for us.
What are the activities the Capital District Libraries has planned for the event going on this week?
It's National Library Week, and that's just to as the name implies, it's a national awareness of libraries and library employees and the work that we do in public libraries. And so, for us, we wanted to highlight some of the areas that we specialize in, and so we're having different STEAM-related activities throughout the week, and one of those is just kind of a general STEAM activity where kids who are at home can build something out of blocks, out of soup cans, out of Legos, and share those finished products with us either on Facebook, where we'll have a virtual display case for them, or they can post it on Instagram and then just tag with the hashtag STEM Power Building and hashtag CADL as well, and they can share what they've actually built. And then tomorrow on Wednesday, April 22nd from 4 to 6 p.m. we're having a digital escape room, and the topic is Pokemon. And so we have escape rooms in our libraries, and that's where you solve certain clues and then you move from room to room in a timed environment, and you have to basically escape by the time is up. So you have to solve those clues in a certain amount of time. And so we're actually taking that digitally tomorrow. And again, the theme of it is going to be Pokemon. And so that's going to be for ages 7 and up, but that's going to be a great family event. And then for adults, we have a really popular service called Book Sleuth Live. And what that is you can give us your last 3 titles that you read. And based on those titles, we'll recommend an author or a title for you to read next. And so we're going to be doing that this week as well. And what we do is we don't do it with our physical collection since we can't have access to that and the public doesn't have access to that as well. So the recommendations that we'll give you are from our digital collection. So after you get those recommendations, you can actually go in and check out that ebook or that digital audiobook. And then on Friday from 3 to 4 p.m., we'll have book chat. And so that's for individuals if they want to get a recommendation or just hear about some books that our staff are reading, they can check in on Friday and just chat about books.
Speaking of activities, I hear that you're doing something called the steam-powered building challenge on social media platforms. Can you give us a little details on what exactly that is?
Kids, get creative as possible. Take things that are in your house, like blocks, soup cans, Legos, anything that's in your house, and build something out of it. Build something creative, whether it's a castle, a car, landscape, fortress, whatever you want to build it. And then we'll have a virtual display case on CADL's Facebook account, or you can go on Instagram and hashtag STEM Power Building and hashtag CADL, and we'll be able to share those. And that's going on throughout the week. So that'll be going on until Saturday. And again, it's just a creative way for kids when you're at home to look at different things in your house and see what you can build out of them.
I heard you were able to get Jonathan Rand, the author of Michigan Chillers and American Chillers, which is popular with children, and he'll talk about his books with attendees, but will they be able to ask questions about his experience as an author and even receive advice on children who may even want to become an author?
They will. So Jonathan Rand, he's great. Very popular author, and he's going to be talking about the Michigan Chiller series and the American Chiller series. And then related to that, we'll have a chat option in there where attendees will be able to chat with Jonathan Rand and ask him questions. One could be the question that you talked about, how to become an author, and if your child is interested in becoming an author, how Jonathan Rand did it. And then also at the end of the event, we'll have a drawing to give away copies of some of his books as well. So if you're a fan of Jonathan Rand, attend that event Friday at 4:30. And again, he'll be talking, you'll be able to chat with him. And if you stick around for the end, we'll be giving away some books as well.
With social distancing mandatory during this COVID-19 pandemic and most people going live on social media at the moment, would you ever consider going live for events for people who are disabled or sick in the future?
That's a great question. And for us, we definitely will. And so we've, as I mentioned earlier, this is kind of new territory for us as far as offering virtual programs. And so that's why we started with story times, and that's with our staff leading the programs. And then also at the end of this week, we'll have the Jonathan Rand author visit. And that's a test for us. You know, we'll see how those programs work out. And then we want to expand those programs as well, because we know that with social distancing guidelines being in place, they're in place for probably throughout the summer, fall, and maybe even longer than that. So we know that if we want to offer programs and events, it's probably going to have to be in a virtual environment. And so we are definitely going to expand on that. And you brought up a great way for if someone after COVID-19, the pandemic is done and things open up, that we should be able to continue to offer virtual events for individuals who cannot make it into one of our physical locations. So I think you'll see from us, from the side of offering virtual programs, that it's probably here to stay.
Do you feel this event will educate everyone and ease their minds to keep themselves occupied during the stay home, stay safe executive order?
I think so. Again, that's what we're seeing in all of the virtual events that we've been offering is the engagement has been very high. And so that's not only people attending the live event and chatting with us, but it's also individuals going back and watching the recorded event after it took place. And we're getting anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 views of the videos that we posted. So what's telling us is there's a definite need out there and there's an interest out there. And so we'll continue to do it.
Is there anything you would like to say to anyone who might be interested in this event, or maybe even a parent that wants to get their children involved?
I would just say visit our website, cadl.org. We have a list of our events. We have a list of our collections on there. And if you don't have a library card, you're even able to get a library card from our website that you can use with our digital collections as well. So you don't even have to, even because of our physical spaces are closed, you can do everything online to engage with the library. And within that, you can look for recommendations on our website for activities that you can do with your child. Right around the corner is summer reading. And we know with the school year ended for a majority of students in our area, participation in summer reading to combat the summer slide for building those literacy skills is going to be very, very important. And so follow us on our website, follow us on social media, and look for announcements for upcoming summer reading activities as well. So those will all be activities that you can do at home with your child. And whether it's reading, whether it's attending a story time, we'll have a virtual component for all of that throughout the summer.
Well, thank you, Scott, for joining us today. We really appreciate your time. If you would like to stay up to date with Township news, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course, HOMTV.net. I'm Cortland Jenkins, and thanks for watching.